Fellow Biafrans all over the world, I greet you good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depends on your time zone. This moment, this is Biafra Universal TV with a vital update, special news for Biafrans. As you listen to me this moment, I want you to utilize what you're going to hear from me judiciously for your own advantage and comfortability. As it stands now, before we dive into the business of the day, I want you to like and subscribe and appreciate what I'm doing on this channel. I give it to you raw, undiluted, because Biafra Nation is going to exist with transparency and accountability. So anyhow you look at it at this moment, the race and the tussle, the fight and the war for Biafra Nation have just begun. And I don't want you to be ignorant of whatever that is going on in Biafra land and in Finland. And this is why I have decided to take my time to update you properly about Biafra redeclaration and restoration, which the convention has taken place as I'm talking with you now in Finland. And I want to use this opportunity to inform every Biafrans all over the world that you are invited for the conference or the convention for Biafra redeclaration and restoration. As you are listening to my voice this moment, I want to let you know that the Prime Minister of Biafra Republic in Exile, Mazi Simon Ekpa, is live, there, sound and healthy. Nothing is happened. Regardless of the backings and the noise of Nigeria government and Southeast terrorist politicians on how to assassinate Simon Ekpa, how to extradite Simon Ekpa, how to jail Simon Ekpa to make sure that he did not redeclare Biafra restoration. All their efforts have been proved abortive. And I want to say quickly to you who is listening to me and who is interested for the freedom of Biafra. I thank you. I thank all of you who is contributing with all their hearts and that have contributed immensely. And I thank the contributory factors which have joined hands together to validate and to facilitate the velocity of the stability of Biafra sovereign nation. That any time from now, you'll begin to hear United States of Biafra in existence all over the world. I say you are welcome once more. I thank God for giving me this very opportunity to use it. I pass this message across to you that in Finland have been jam-packed with the heavy presence of Biafrans all over the world for the convention of Biafra restoration come December 2nd. That is on Monday. Don't forget, some of you might have forgotten, but I want to remind you. And at the same time, I want to tell you that it's not only you that is going to be there. I want to tell you that various planes from various countries have started arriving for the conference, for the convention of Biafra Redeclaration Restoration. I want to tell you that when you get to Finland now, you see personalities from different countries who have arrived for Biafra Convention for Restoration. It is not child's play. I've always tell you that the tough meat are for those who are of age. But somebody may ask me, why am I not there? Why am I not going? My brothers and my sisters, we cannot leave our home empty. Does not mean that if I go, that the home is empty. I mean Biafra land or Igbo land. But you should know that my presence in Igbo land and Biafra land is a threat to the invaders and Fulani Mieti Allah terrorists. For your information, they all know that I'm existing, but they see me as a spiritual being or only existing on the social media. But they have been receiving message and gifts from me, which I think many of them enjoyed it very well. So what I'm saying this moment, endeavor to be in Finland. Let nobody tell you about it. Witness it yourself so that you can be able to give somebody the testimony that it is real. I so much appreciated what the Chief Defense Staff of Biafra Republic in Exile is doing and what she have done. Ngozi Orabweze. You see, I want to tell you that this woman is very powerful. Listen to her when she's talking. It's like fire burning. You must get up from wherever you are. You must pay attention to what she's saying, because all what she's saying is making sense. It concurs with whatever I have put down. And I believe that we are speaking in one voice with one spirit of Biafra. Biafra is a spirit, Biafra have spirit, but Biafra possesses people. And when the spirit of Biafra possesses you, you speak like Biafrans. Ngozi Orabweze, God bless you. Live forever, oh Queen. If you don't know, you should understand that God has given Biafrans kings and queens. So also has given them generals, captains, and mighty men of valor. Let me not get ahead of myself for the information I'm giving to you. As you are going to Finland, make sure that you are going with wholeheartedly. Make sure that you are not going to Finland as a terrorist, because you will not come back. You will not return. Because the security already in Finland now is jam-packed. Everywhere is jam-packed with the heavy presence of international securities. And that is how searchlight is everywhere, camera is everywhere. Because nobody will die there, and nobody will miss there, and nothing will happen to our able Prime Minister. No, the Chief Defense Staff of Biafra Sovereign Nation, Ngozi Orabweze. You see, what I used to tell you people don't know that somebody like Mazen Nnamdi Kanu was there when Owazurike was cruising. And nobody believed that after the war, Ojukwu surrendered. Nobody believed that Owazurike will get up. And nobody believes that when Owazurike goes down, that Mazen Nnamdi Kanu can get up with fervent spirit. All right? And so also, nobody believed that after they kidnapped Mazen Amdekano in Kenya, that somebody like Simon Ekpa can do anything, which nobody have heard about Simon Ekpa before. Nobody is hearing about Simon Ekpa before. And this is why people are insulting him and saying all kinds of things against him. Please, avoid insult. What will it give us rest and peace, comfortable in our ancestral land is what we need. The person who can bring it, the person that the mantle of leadership fell on him, the person that God have chosen to go for us is the person we need, the person that the presence of God and the hand of God and the oil of God is upon his life. Whatever Simon Ekpa is doing is not doing it with his own wisdom. He's not doing it by his own strength, because Hannah said in the Bible, for strength, by strength shall no man prevail. So I want to believe that there is a supreme being, a supreme being, and a spiritual being that have been with Master Simon Ekpa, that is working with Simon Ekpa. And this supreme being is unfathomable. You cannot figure out his wisdom, his knowledge, his understanding. Permit me to describe him to be omnipotent, omnipresence, and omniscience, all sufficient God. He knows everything. He is everywhere, and nothing, all power belongs to him. Several attempts have been made on Simon Ekpa, and the palm of God was covering him. Quickly remember that the Bible said in the book of Psalm 91, verse 1, that he that dwells in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. And Psalm 35 verse 1 said, fight against them that fight against me. Take hold of shield and buckle and stand up for my help. And the book of Luke chapter 10 verse 19 says that you shall tread upon the scorpions and serpents, and none of them can by any means hurt you. Are you getting what I'm saying? The promise of God, or the promises of God, are yes and amen. And quickly, let me give you another scripture. The book of Isaiah chapter 54, verse 15. It says, surely they shall gather together, but because their gathering is not from God, they shall fall for the sake of Simon Ekpa. And verse 17 of Isaiah 54 says that no weapon that fashioned against Simon Ekpa that shall prosper, and every tongue that shall rise against him in judgment shall be condemned. He will condemn it. And they have taken him to the court. They have taken him to the police. Several arrests have been made on him, but it hold no boil. It was proved abortive. It was futile. It was null and void. It was nullified. Because why? Simon Ekpa is just fighting a just cause, a noble cause, for humanity to be saved from the hands of invaders and terrorists. How do you describe such a person to be a criminal and a terrorist? And meanwhile, in your state, in your country, as a president, as a governor, as a senator, as a lawmaker, as a politician, as a judge, as a lawyer, you cannot speak out and say that this thing is evil. Killing people with impunity is not accepted anywhere in the world, but it is comfortably enacted and welcomed, accommodated in the contraction, amalgamated evil entity called Nigeria today. And this brings me to say that the end of Nigeria have come. Nigeria will not continue, because where they stopped is where Biafrans have taken off. And he who laugh last, laugh best. I can see many of you smiling because liberty and comfortability are on the way for those that believe in freedom, for those that believe in comfortability, for those that believe in peace and in unity, for those who believe that human being is more valued than money. So what I'm trying to tell you this moment is that the Biafra redeclaration and restoration is on course. And it is inevitable. It's something that cannot be stopped. As I'm talking with you, I want to let you know that in Finland now, as different species of Biafrans and Igbos, which you will not believe, are arriving on the scene of the event for the preparation of Biafra restoration, you are going to see Biafrans, Igbos that are red in color, white in color, yellow in color. Many of them look like Europeans. You can't believe. Even some of them that are dark in complexion, you see them glittering because they are in the land that I think they have no problem there. But they as well coming to join us in Finland is one of the evidence to prove that they support what we are doing. Is evidence to prove that they understand our pains, our impoverishment, our awkward predicaments, our impending dangers that have been pervading and ravaging us from Nigeria government. And I don't think they like it. They want to come and be with us in solidarity of what we have gone through in Nigeria. You can say whatever you like. You can even go ahead to insult me, because insult is the nature of those who are outdated from human being. Outdated in the sense that when you are telling them that this is a road, but they will tell you bush is the best. So I want to tell you that the Prime Minister of Biafra Republic in exile, in the name of someone have addressed Biafrans this morning to show you that he is not in the prison and he is not in the cell, and there is no DSS in Finland, and anything that has to do with his arrest or interrogation or court matter has ended. The plans of Nigerians and Nigerian government have failed. Igbo politicians are now jumping inside the bush, running inside the forest for the security of their lives, because they know that as they order the Fulanese to be killing Igbos and Biafrans, that they will not be spared. So what I'm telling you this moment, if you get to Finland now, you see how aeroplanes, planes of different kind from different countries are flying in for Biafra Convention of Restoration of the declaration of Biafra. Everywhere is filled. And I want to tell you one thing that you must know, that your security is guaranteed. Your security is guaranteed. So you don't need to fear anything as you are going there. You must be sure that you don't have evil intention, so that you can go in peace and return in peace. And after this very moment, I want to assure you that Biafra have come, because the whole world are now flying in into Finland to witness the declaration or the declaration of Biafra restoration. Fellow Biafrans, ladies and gentlemen, I believe that wherever you are this moment, listening to my voice, it is making sense to you. You have to avoid insinuation, assumption, criticism, slandering. You have to avoid the gossip. It is not going to do you good. You will not benefit anything out of it. And those of you from Biafra land and Igbo land who have been supporting Fulani terrorist government and Tinubu, I want to tell you that you have failed woefully and nobody will help you because Tinubu have not helped himself. You know that previously on the parade ground, he fell down from the pickup that was carrying him and hit his head on the iron and on the ground. And that day I made a video and told you that the government of Tinubu have ended. It have fallen. Tinubu have fallen. It has fell. But Tinubu quickly let you know that as he fell down from the vehicle, that his government will not fall. Because why? He's an old man who is busy deceiving himself. He knows that the falling, he fell down from the vehicle, marks the end of his regime. I want to tell you something. As you are listening to me, if you like, wait for 1,000 years to come. The government of Nigeria will not change. Nigeria will not be reanimated. It will not never recover. Because the kind of pandemic that have gripped Nigeria, the antidote is not produced. And the doctor who will invent the medicine that can be applied for it to go, that doctor have not been born. So for this reason, I am telling you people, if you have made up your mind to follow Nigeria government and to follow Tinubu, you are a failure. You can never stand and you can never amount to anything in life. And especially the youths of Nigeria should understand this. And let me quickly say something before I wrap up my message this moment. I want to inform the youth of Biafrans to stand resolute and persist on what they believe strongly, that Mazi Simon Ekpa, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and Biafra security forces have given them hope for longevity and prosperity. Again, that the shackle of poverty and penury and early grave have been shattered and destroyed. So, those people who are causing those mayhems shall pack themselves in one place and continue their genocide. So, meanwhile, from this day henceforth, the Biafrans and Igbos shall be completely liberated from the bondage and the penury of Nigeria government. Nigeria government is an awkward predicament. Nigeria government is hell. Nigeria is hellfire that people are burning on daily basis to ashes, but nobody cares. And because of the inimical act, or the wickedness of Nigeria government, this is why Biafrans have decided, come shine, come rain, they shall be on their own, and they shall remain on their own, and they shall take care of themselves, and they are eligible, they are qualified, they merit it, both internationally and nationally, both physically, spiritually, materially, numerically, and otherwise. I'm telling you this moment, that from now henceforth, you see, those people who have spoken evil against Biafra and Biafra government, they will bow. Yes, they shall tell Thomas and His Excellency. They shall call Mazen Samanaba His Excellency, irrespective of all what they have done to stop Biafra nation. I'm telling you this day that Biafra nation is unstoppable. No man born of woman that can stop Biafra nation. I, General Metu Maribe, is updating you this from Biafra land. So I want to let you know that I am with you solidly as I have been with you, and promise you that not today, not tomorrow will anything happen to you. I will fight within my reach to get my people protected. I love my people. I love Biafrans. I love Igbos. I love freedom fighters. Let me show you that I love you indeed. So anybody who decided to kick against you is kicking against me. And the person doesn't know that I'm a warlord, an old man in the battlefield. So what I'm assuring you now, I've seen the Omuada, I've seen Omuada jubilating, rejoicing, gallivanting and celebrating in advance for the Biafra redeclaration and restoration on Monday, inevitably. I'm telling you the truth. I shall be there, both in the spirit and in the physical. Trust me, because I am such a man that you cannot define. So, my beloved Biafrans, those who are at home, be careful and be very vigilant. And Biafra security forces, Biafra armies, Biafra militaries, be very on alert, because this period, anything can happen, because the enemies may go on rampage. But no matter their rampaginess or whatever they may have in mind to do, we are going to counter them. We are going to bring them to justice. We are going to make them to bow before us. We are going to prove to them that we are professionally and internationally trained, both militarily, both in detectiveness, in whichever way they want it. So we shall give it to them, for them to know that they are dealing with the people they don't know. They are dealing with the people that are more than them. We shall supersede whatever evil they shall bring. It shall return back to them 1,000-fold. So don't forget to be on your guard. And another thing, don't be a saboteur in our midst, because we cannot condone any kind of sabotage, and we cannot condone any kind of insubordination that you misbehave and you decided to violate and disobey the law of Biafra Republic. It is not going to be easy with you. You will not find it easy, because Biafra nation is different from Nigeria. And quickly, let me tell Finland something. Finland should listen to me. Today, it has taken off, that Finland is colonizing Biafrans. Are you getting what I'm saying? That is actually and accurately what it means. That Finland is the one colonizing Biafrans. So the way Finlands behave is the way Biafrans are going to behave. Finland's authorities, the way they behave is the way Biafran authorities are going to behave. And that is how everywhere in Biafra land shall be. A place with joy and peace, and the security and law is intact.